Hey guys, happy new year. As is tradition, not really tradition actually, but this year I decided to do something different for the beginning of 2026. I have created a bingo card. This is obviously personalized, but anyone who sees this video or actually, cares to watch into this video, I will leave a link in the description for this bingo card if you want to download it and then just play along throughout the year. Some of these things probably like obviously we had to wait until the end of 2026 to like push some of them off. Some of them are free or are easier than others obviously, but this is the final bingo card I came up with. When you download it from the website, it gives you a PDF uh file. In that file it'll be randomized for you to go with. You can do whatever you want with it. I don't know, black out the things, or you could just take a screenshot of it and then I don't know, put it through MS Paint or whatever shit is popular now on that front. But anyway, we'll go through them real quick. Obviously, the free space high guard flops. We all know it's gonna flop. That's free. That's incredibly free. I was debating doing that or GTA 6 delayed to 2027 for the free space because I think both are free. I think GTA 6 is going to get delayed to 2027. I have no hopes that that game comes out ever. So I do think there's going to be another delay. It's already been delayed to November of 2026. I'm going to be shocked if it doesn't get delayed again. But maybe it doesn't. So that's why I put this, because I guarantee you High Guard's going to flop. It's going to be like one of the biggest flops I've ever seen. So we'll start from the top here on because this was randomized on my front here. So this is what my bingo card is going to look like. Yours will probably have it in a different order. But New Hogwarts Legacy Twitter drama. I mean, we just had another one recently for whatever reason. I'm sure it will pop up again. This game came out how long ago? 2023. Came out 2023. We literally recently already had a Twitter drama. It was before 2026 though, so that doesn't count. So if another one happens again and we're still talking about this shit over on Twitter, you got that one checkmarked. New Nintendo lawsuit. This one could happen, could not happen. It's pretty even there. I mean, Nintendo 2025 was fucking wild. Let's see if they'll be wild in 2026. We got a couple Nintendo things here coming up. But this one's really specific. At least 5 new IPs announced at Summer Games Fest. This does not mean that they are re-announcing something that was seen at the Game Awards. It has to be completely new IPs that we haven't seen yet being announced. New Ratchet and Clank announced. That's probably not going to happen, but it's there. Big AI controversy. What I mean by this, I know I made it pretty generic or bland, but effectively, like, some big thing happens with AI in the gaming industry, because this is gaming bingo. Like, I don't know. It coming out that some game that releases in 2026 used artificial intelligence for the art, but like they didn't disclose it, something like that. So, similar to what happened with Claire Obscure, except actually didn't disclose it and actually used it for the main art and not as placeholders, just literally full blown out there, stuff like that. We have a couple AI ones on this. Obviously, there's the GTA 6 delayed to 2027, I think is a no brainer. Nintendo announcing a new IP movie trailer. This means that we already know that they have plans for several Nintendo IP movies, but they have to like drop a new movie trailer for one of those. Not one that's already exists like Super Mario Galaxy. It has to be a new trailer for a new one they're doing. AAA layoffs. That's a given. Witcher 4 release date reveal, because I don't think we have a Witcher 4. Yeah. No release date as far as I'm aware. We know it's not releasing in 2026, according to several gaming news things. At least that's what we're told. So, but that means it could be releasing in 2027, and that means that there's a good chance we will get a release date reveal sometime in 2026. So that's on here. New Sonic game announced. That feels like kind of a freebie, but I'm not sure because they recently released the Sonic Racing game. So it could be a while before we get another Sonic game announcement, but we'll see on that. I left that generic to make it a somewhat easy one. So most of these are realistically possible. Some of them are less. A masterpiece game releasing, similar to what we got with Claire Obscure Expedition 33 last year. If a game comes out that like meets expectations in pretty much all aspects, masterpiece game, you could check mark it off. New Pikmin game announced. That's just my hope. I put that there for hopes. We already talked about the free space. That's a given. Out of Touch company statement. Do you guys not have phones? Is a classic. Many of the weird AAA developers who just for some odd reason are out of touch with reality and say that gamers are the issue, stuff like that. Let's see if we can get one for 2026. Remake of a Dead series announced. A Dead series I'll consider anything that hasn't had a game for 10 years. That would be a Dead series. New Call of Duty game now made fully by AI. I expect the next Call of Duty game to be made completely by AI. We're moving there. That's my expectation. That's why it's on the board here. Clearly, it's going to happen. Brand new solo dev game skyrockets. So, similar to what happened with Schedule 1. If you see just out of nowhere, there's a solo dev who made this awesome game that's getting so much traction and skyrockets to like the top, check mark it. A big gaming leak. Self-explanatory. New Hoyo game announced. This was someone else's suggestion. I don't think this is going to happen because I think they already have 2 games in production or like that they've already announced recently. I don't know if there'll be a third. I looked at their chart of games and there's 2 that don't have an announcement date, like don't have like a release date announced, but they are in development already. So I don't know if this one will come into play. We'll see. Indie Supremacy. We had that in 2025. Let's see if they keep it going for 2026. Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. When was the last trailer? Like, honestly, we have to get one this year. Surely. It's not just Cope. This one, I want it to be a dick. It has nothing to do with gaming. No one's ever checkmarking this off. Taylor Swift making a good song for once. Never gonna happen. That is just a blocker. I feel bad for any of you trying to get a row, or not even trying, but that's just stopping your row because you're fucked. That's not happening. Ubisoft failure, that's a pretty big freebie. We'll see if that happens in 2026. Palworld dating sim shadow drops. We still do not have a release date for that game. As far as we're aware, it's in production and they're working on it. It still has a Steam page, so it's not just a simple April Fool's because it's still on the Steam store. So I just expect that it's going to get shadow dropped out of nowhere. It's just going to be, hey, here's the game. Done. And then a sequel to Expedition 33 either gets dropped or announced. One of the 2. I assume announced, because I doubt they would go the route of what Palworld would do, with just shadow dropping a game out of nowhere. But I imagine it's going to get announced. But if either happens, this could be checkmarked for. And that is the bingo card. A lot of them is very specific. There's a lot of like Nintendo related shit because I used to be the biggest Nintendo fan and now I'm the biggest Nintendo hater. But clearly I know a lot of Nintendo shit. So it's very personalized, but this is what I made and this is what I'm going to be going with. And in the description, I will put the link to it. And if you want to go to that link, so be it. If you want to play along, so be it. Up to you. Don't really care. Happy New Year.